Hey patrons, welcome to the patron only video for June 2019. I need to start this month's video by thanking all of our new patrons this month. We got a whole bunch of new patrons this month. I made a post on the website and a lot of people came out to show support. So much so that we actually passed one of our milestones. So all of you got an extra Ethan and Lucas comic this month, which I'm thrilled to be able to do for you guys. But mostly I just wanted to say, thank you. I've reached out to all of the new subscribers, individually to say thanks, but again, I can't possibly say thank you enough. Just because, as I've said, your support is what lets me keep doing this. I can come up with the ideas, I can put the colors and the inks and down on paper and maintain the schedule and stuff, but without being able to, put a roof over my head or eat or something like that, obviously I can't do any of that. So I definitely rely on you guys, enjoying what I do enough to, to help support it. And so many of you have done that. So really just thank you so much. I'm incredibly grateful. I love you guys. And thank you for letting me know that you appreciate the work that I do. So typically when I do one of these videos, I tend to do Q&A videos, where people can ask questions in the comments, and then I will, try to answer those questions on video. However, for this month, somebody in our Discord had actually pitched a challenge to me. It's an art challenge. You might have seen it going around. It's the 10-minute challenge. So basically, the concept is I pick something to draw, and then I get 10 minutes to draw it, and then I draw it again, but my time limit is 1 minute. And then I draw it a third time, but my time limit is 10 seconds. So that's what I planned for this month's video. That's what we're going to do. Next month, especially because we have so many new patrons, I will go back to the Q&A format. So if you have questions for me, hold on to those. And next month, I'll put up the post. You'll see the post go up. You can comment with your question. I'll pick some, as many as I can. And I'll answer them in a video like this. But for now, let's see about this art challenge. All right, so you can see here, I've got my canvas set up with 3 panels, one for each challenge, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. I have my stopwatch open. So what I'll do is I'll click the stopwatch. I'm going to draw Ethan, I think, just because obviously I'm super familiar with drawing Ethan. I've probably drawn him more than any other character that I have. So he seemed like a safe bet for doing this because 10 minutes obviously I'm not worried about. 1 minute I'm curious about. 10 seconds I'm terrified of. But we're gonna give this a shot. So just to start off with here, and this will give you guys an idea of just what goes into the drawing the character, but also how much time plays a factor into it. Obviously, the more time an artist has, the more they can do. There's a saying that that artwork is never finished; it's abandoned, which is true. There's pretty much anything I could do. I could always keep working on it, but I stop or I adjust based on deadlines and when I need to finish something. So, all right, so here we go. Let's start with our first one. And go. Oops, I should probably do this first, but I'm like feeling panicked, even though I know I have like 10 minutes here, so I'm still feeling like a little bit rushed. So I should probably could slow down a little bit and. so let's see. What do we got? 8 minutes left. I'm honestly feeling that my pen's got a little bit of lag to it, and I think that that's the recording software. I probably could have spent some time optimizing that. I haven't been doing any like art streaming recently, so they've done some updates. Something could be like causing a little bit of a conflict there, but it's not too bad. It's honestly not gonna prevent me from doing this challenge in any way. I don't think. I'm just feeling it. So, look at that, only at 3 minutes, jeez. I hadn't planned on color, but we might actually have time to do a little bit of color. The catch there, though, is I never color in Clip Studio, which is the program I'm in. I always go into Photoshop, and so going into Photoshop, it would waste. See, like that right there, that angle, that was a bit of lag on the pen, which I don't usually have. Yeah, definitely getting some like weird input lag, but that's all right. We'll just power through it. So let's see, we're halfway through. Okay. So at this point, I mean, I can honestly sit and I can start like doing, like going above and beyond, like detail work, that sort of thing. Oops, that's on the wrong thing there. We have time to like see. We have time to like go in and clean up these little things. Do a little bit of a line weight adjustment. Sometimes this nice, adding like a nice thick line weight around the around some of the edges can look pretty nice. You know, again, it's an extra step. Let's see, let's pull this down. Where are we at? 6 minutes. Okay. I gotta remember to keep looking at that for the quicker ones that we're gonna do. Cause oh my god, 10 seconds is gonna go by so fast. That one terrifies me. It's gonna. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get a stick figure done. All right. So you know what? Since I've got like 4 minutes left, let's see here. Let's see what some color looks like. And I'm actually, because I'm in Clip Studio, I don't even actually have my color palette with all these characters' actual colors in them, so I'm just gonna have to approximate because I don't want to waste time bringing in my PSD. Let's see, what is Ethan's hair is kind of, yeah, this is not his color, but that's okay. We'll get close. I also typically do not flat everything by hand like this or with the pen tool. That's not a way I do it. I usually gate things off, select things off, and then use the fill, but that's okay. What are we at? We got 2 minutes left. All right, let me finish this up a little bit. I'm also, you can tell, I'm also used to, like when I'm doing colors. In Photoshop, you only have to single click the palette to open up a color. You have to double click in, based on my current settings, in Clip Studio, so I'm not used to that either. Running out of time here a little bit, so I'm getting a little sloppy. Try this, see if this works. Well, it kind of works. This is a little bit of a shortcut since I've only got less than a minute left. $30 seconds left. $15 seconds. And 2. All right, that's all I'm going to be able to get done. All right, so there is, let me stop that. That is our 10-minute Ethan right there. Not bad. So in hindsight, so it does take me more than 10 minutes to draw a character to the level that I do it in a typical comic strip. You know, because I would go in and, you know, obviously the shading would be a little bit different. I would go in and add highlights and stuff. There would be shading under his nose, under his like lower lip there, a little bit more detail shading. I did lose a little bit of time just fiddling with coloring shortcuts and stuff in Clip Studio that I'm not totally familiar with. Like I said, mostly I just use this for penciling and inking, just the line art, and then I pull it out and I put it in Photoshop. But okay, so that's what that looks like. Let me figure out where we're at here. So that's that. I'm going to, I don't know what that one is. I'm just gonna lock those. I'm gonna make another one. So now we're gonna try and do the same thing, but in 1 minute. And so I know for a fact we're not getting colors on this one, but and I suspect Ethan's gonna look like he's melting or like affected by some awful disease. But let me reset our stopwatch here, and let me stretch a little bit, and here we go. Ready, and Go. All right. Oh yeah, this is definitely oh god, 15 seconds. Are you kidding me? I'm noticing though that I'm definitely getting hurt quite a bit more here by the little input lag I'm getting. It's a lot more pronounced when I'm trying to like get smooth lines when I can't fix them. And that's a minute. Okay, so there's there's Ethan at 1 minute. And then let me pop over to a new thing there. I also had started with a much thicker pen. Not that that really matters though. Let me lower it for this one though. Okay, so we're going to restart this. Now we're going to attempt it at 10 seconds. And this is just going to be, I don't even know. See, I don't know if I should focus. I guess I'll focus on just trying to get the whole figure. Like, I mean, I could probably do a pretty convincing face in 10 seconds, but then the rest of it would be blank. So I will attempt to just do the whole figure in 10 seconds. Ready? And go. Oh god. Wow. Holy shit. All right, that was that was 10 seconds. Wow. Well, that was okay. It is what it is. I mean, that's why I don't draw these things in 10 seconds. So there you go. 10 minutes spent on Ethan, 1 minute spent on Ethan, 10 seconds spent on Ethan. Yeah, so there it is. It's definitely, you know, and I guess like you don't really know how long things take until, I mean, I know how long things take, but one of the things I notice about, you know, talking to people over the years is that the number of people that are under the impression that a comic strip I draw, you know, that I can knock it out in like a half an hour. Like, they have no realistic concept of what, of the time consumption. And, you know, I mean, I can say that about music. I don't write music. I don't play music. So I couldn't give you like a realistic, estimate of how long it takes to like compose a song, for instance. I would probably, if I had to guess, I would probably end up lowballing it. And a lot of people do that with art too. Like they see something, and even if it's a simpler art style like mine, they just automatically assume that there's nothing to it, and that you know, that I work a half an hour a day and and then I, you know, goof off for the rest of the day. And that's just not the case. I mean, it is time consuming work. You know, and I think I did that first Ethan pretty quickly, all things considered. I mean, I know Ethan. I know how to draw him. You know, so anyway, so that was interesting. That was a fun challenge. That's you know, that 10 seconds is horrendous, but I expected it would be, so whatever. All right, guys, thank you so much, you know, for pledging at the Patreon. Thank you for your continued support. We've actually got some really exciting things coming up in the next month, 2 months. I'll make a separate post about that, but you know, next month we'll do a Q&A video. You guys can throw some questions at me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a Patreon. Love you guys. See you next month.